In this video, we're going to learn how to solve these physics repeated questions under the subtopic propagation of light and light energy. Alright, so we're going to practice with 20 repeated questions for this subtopic. So let's get started. The first question I have here says, which of the following correctly describes the position of the sun, earth, and moon during a solar eclipse? We have solar eclipse is eclipse of the sun. So we have the earth is in front of the sun and the moon is behind the earth. No, the sun, earth, and moon are in a straight line with earth in the middle. No, we have the sun, earth, and moon are in a straight line with moon in the middle. Yes. So for eclipse of the sun, it occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth. Alright, so that's the correct option to this question, option C. The sun, earth, and moon are in a straight line with the moon in the middle. So that's solar eclipse for you, or eclipse of the sun. Okay, so let's go to the next question, which is this one. It says a man 1.5 meter tall is standing 3 meters in front of a pinhole camera whose distance between the hole and the screen is 0.1 meter. What is the height of the image of the man on the screen? Alright, so guys, for this particular question, we're going to apply this formula: image distance, which is v, over object distance, which is u, alright, equals image height, let me use hi, over object height, let me use ho. Okay, so in this question we have our image distance to be, say, a man 1.5 meter tall is standing 3 meters in front of a pinhole camera whose distance between the hole and the screen is 0.1 meter. What is the height of the image? So we're looking for the height of the image. Alright, so in this question we have our ho, that's object height, to be 1.5, and we have our image distance to be v, to be 0.1. we have our object distance u to be 3. so these are in meter. So when you plug them on the formula, you're going to have 0.1 over 3 equals, let's call our image height x, over the object height is 1.5. so when you cross multiply, let's punch this on the calculator and see what's going to give us. So we have 1.5 times 0.1, divide this by 3. So we have the output to be 0.05 meter. The correct option is option A. Alright, so that's it for this question. Let's wipe this now, solve the next repeated question. Okay, so the next repeated question will be this one. It says, what happens to the rays in a parallel beam of light? Diverge as they travel, they converge as they travel, they meet at infinity, they intersect. So the correct option is on option C, they meet at infinity. Alright, so let's go to the next repeated question, which is this one. It says the direction of the path taken by light is called ray. Option A is correct. So let's go to the next one, which is this one. It says when the sun, moon, and the earth are shown in the diagram above, an observer standing in X is in umbra and sees a total eclipse. No. Umbra and sees a partial eclipse. No. Penumbra and sees a partial eclipse. Correct. So the correct option in this question is option C, penumbra and sees a partial eclipse. Alright, so that's it for this question. Let's go to the next one, which is this one. It says an object is placed 10 meters from a pinhole camera of length 25 cm. Calculate the linear magnification. So for this question, we are going to make use of linear magnification will be image distance over object distance. This is u. So the image distance, we have an object of An object is placed 10 meters from a pinhole camera of length 25 cm. Calculate the linear magnification. So we have the image distance to be, firstly, you need to convert this 25 cm to meter. Alright, so the image distance is 25 cm. When you convert 25 centimeter, divide both sides by 100. So when you punch this in a calculator, you're going to have 0.25. So now it will be image distance 0.25 over 10. So let's punch this in a calculator. This will give us 0.25 divide 10. So we have the output to be 0.025. Now the options are in standard form. To represent this in standard form, this is go 1, 2. So move 2 times. This will give us 2.5. When you are going forward, the power will be negative times 10 to the power negative 2, and that will be the correct answer to this question. The correct option is what? Option A, which is 2.5 times 10 to the power negative 2. Okay, so that's it for this question. Let's wipe this now, solve the next repeated question. Okay, so let's wipe this. The next repeated question will be this question. It says a man 1.5 meter tall is standing 3 meters in front of a pinhole camera whose distance between the hole and the screen is 0.1 meter. What is the height of the image of the man on the screen? I think we have solved this question before. We got the answer to be 0.05 meter. That was option B here. Alright, so let's go to the next question, which is this one. It says the pinhole camera produces a less sharply defined image when the screen is further from the pinhole. Option B, pinhole is larger. Option C, illumination is less. Option D, object is further from the pinhole. So the correct option to this question is option B, which is when pinhole is larger. Alright, so let's go to the next repeated question, which is this one. It says the blurred image is produced by a pinhole camera with a very small hole is attributed to, the correct option is the fraction, option A. So let's go to the next one, which is this one. It says the eclipse of the sun occurs when the option A, sun is between the moon and the earth. No, moon is not completely hidden in the earth's shadow. No, moon is between sun and the earth. The moon is between the sun and the earth. Correct option is option B. Alright, moon is between the sun and the earth. That's it. Let's go to the next repeated question, which is this one. Now, before we attempt this question, if you are new to our channel, ensure that you subscribe to this channel for more of my videos. Really appreciate this, guys. Alright, having done that, this question says the direction of the path taken by light is called, I think I've answered this question before. The correct option is option B, which is way, is called way. The next question is this one. It says a pinhole camera is placed 200 meters in front of a building so that the image formed on a screen is 5 cm from the pinhole. If the image is 2.5 cm high, the height of the image, the height of the building will be. Alright, so for this question, we are going to make use of this formula: image distance over object distance. This is U equals image height over object height. So we are looking for, if the image is 2.5 cm high, the height of the building. So we are looking for the object height, right? So you convert this 2.5 to meter and also this 5 cm to meter. So in this question, we are looking for object height, and the image height to be 2.5. That's 2.5 over 100. Let's check the output on the calculator. There are 2.5 divide 100. Sorry, divide 100. So we have it to be 0.025. Okay, so we have 0.025. Alright, so it's now in meter. Okay, now the object height is unknown. Now in this question, our image distance will be a pinhole camera is displaced 200 meters in front of the building so that the image formed on the screen. So the image distance is 5 cm, converted to meter, that's 5 over 100, which will give you, when you punch this in the calculator, you are going to have 0.05 meter. Okay, let's verify. So we have 5 divided 100. Yeah, it's correct. And lastly, we have the object distance U is 300 meter. So let's plug these parameters in the formula. So the image distance is, we have 0.05 over the object distance is 300 equals the image height is 0.025 over object height is unknown. So when you cross multiply, let's punch this on the calculator. We're going to have 0.05 times, okay, sorry, let's do firstly 0.0025 times 300. So we have 7.5. Okay, so you are left with, you have 7.5 equals 0.05x, divide both sides by 0. This is 0.05. Okay, 0.05. If you cancel itself, so our final result will be, when you check, divide this by 0.05. So we have it to 150 meter. The correct option is option A. That is for this question. Let's wipe this now and solve the next repeated question. So the next repeated question will be this question. It says the sharpness of the boundary of the shadow of an object is determined by the nature of the object, opacity of the object, rays of light passing through the object, intensity of light striking the object. The correct option is option D. The next question is this one. It says what happens when the moon blocks the light of the sun from reaching the earth? So we're going to have a solar eclipse, or eclipse of the sun. Alright, so the correct option is option C. The next question is this one. An object of height 9 cm is placed in front of a pinhole camera of size 6 cm. How far is the object from the pinhole if the image formed is 3 cm high? Okay, so we're going to apply image distance over object distance equals image height over object height. So in this question, you're looking for the object height. Alright, so from this question, okay, in this question we are looking for how far is the object. We are looking for the object distance basically. So this is going to give us, we're making all this from a v over u equals hi over ho. So in this question we have our image distance to be 6 over the object distance is unknown equals, we have the image height to be, how far is the object from the pinhole if the image form is 3 cm high. So it's 3 over the object height is 9. So when you cross multiply, you're going to have 9 times 6. Alright, divide this by 3 to make x over formula. So 18. The correct option is what? Option C. 18 cm will be the object's distance. Alright, so that's it for this question. Let's wipe this now and solve the next repeated question. Alright, so the next repeated question will be this question. It says the eclipse of the sun occurs when the moon is between the sun and the earth. The correct option is option D. Alright, so let's go to the next question, which is this one. It says which of the above is a phenomenon of total solar eclipse? We have total internal reflection of light, conservation of light energy, relative motion of the earth, sun and moon, rectilinear propagation of light. So the two correct statements here is III and IV. The correct option is option D. III and IV, both rectilinear propagation of light and relative motion of the Earth, Sun, and Moon are correct phenomenon of total solar eclipse. So the next question will be this one. An object of height 4 cm is placed in front of a cuboid pinhole camera of size 6 cm. If the image formed is 2 cm, how far is the object from the pinhole? Okay, so in this question we are still looking for the object distance. Okay, so our basic formula, we have B over U equals HI over HO. So in this question we have the object, we have the image distance to be 6 over object distance is unknown equals the image height. If the image form is 2 over the object height is 4, so it cross multiply. This is going to give you 6 times 4, okay, divided by 2. So the object distance should be 12 cm. Option C is correct. Alright, so let's wipe this now, solve the next repeated question. Alright, so the next repeated question will be this one. It says a blurred image produced by a pinhole camera with a very small hole is attributed to, so you can answer this question before diffraction. Lastly, before we end the class, this question, it says if the distance between the image and the pinhole camera is reduced by half, the size of the image of the object is option A is half, remains the same, is quadrupled. Option D is double. The correct option is option D. When you find the expression, you arrive at it being doubled. So the correct option is option D, is doubled. So guys, this is basically how you can do problems involving propagation of light under light energy for physics. Hope you learned something interesting from the video. Practice with 20 repeated questions. If you are new to our channel once more, ensure that you subscribe to this channel for more of my videos. Also like, share, and comment on this video. Tell me how you feel for what I learned from this video. If you seem to have any specific questions to ask regarding what I've talked about in this video, feel free to leave a question at the comment section below and I'll ensure to give you a response. Alright, so ensure that you're part of our channel membership by clicking on the join button to join the community where you're receiving special information that will help to simplify academic problems. Join us now if you glad you did. Now click on the screen above and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.